So thank you for watching this mock test. Today we're doing a mock test with Ellis. Ellis has done 2 lessons with me previously now.
Yeah.
Both mock tests. I'm not teaching her to drive, it's just basically been doing mock tests. She's learning with her mum mainly, and did have a couple lessons with her last instructor. Few bad habits that she had, we've ironed out, hopefully. Mainly coasting, and also the dreaded clutch only pullaways. As a lot of you know, I hate that technique because it leads to stalling and granny pullaways and things like that. So that has been mainly addressed. Now, if any of you are interested in your fashion, this is the person you want to be checking out. I'll put a link to her online store in the description underneath. I'll let her describe what she does.
So I have a brand, it's named after me. It's called Ellis Jazz, and I make knitwear that kind of looks quite different from your stereotypical knitwear. Lots of dresses with like viscose and slinky, stretchy things. Yeah. So
I'll put some, like I said, I'll put the link on underneath. I've seen the pictures, pretty impressive stuff, and it's all handmade as well. So you're getting very, very good quality product.
Yeah, it takes forever to make.
Yeah, so it looks seriously impressive. So definitely worth checking out as well. So same rules apply. Test lasts for 38 to 40 minutes. During that time, 1 manoeuvre plus possibly the emergency stop. If I say nothing, assume we are going straight or follow the road signs. Okay. So, when you're ready, drive on.
At the end of the road, turn left, A109, Lordship Lane, then take the 3rd right.
For those of you which regularly watch my mock test, you'll notice that the cameras are slightly different to normal. And the reason for that is because we're doing it in her car. So if you want to do a mock test in your own vehicle, please contact me on the details that I've put in the description underneath. I will also put those up at the end of the debrief at the end of this video. I'm going to fast forward it now to when we get to the traffic lights. There's no point you seeing us stuck in traffic.
Turn right, A105, High Road, then take the 3rd left.
So as you can see, there was a bit of a panic there. She didn't bring her clutch high enough to find the bite point, so she picks up a driver fault for moving off control. See, the traffic light goes amber to go to red, and you'll get a beep here as well from people behind. It's important to remember, when you're at a crossroads, if your traffic light has gone to red, the people opposite you have also gone to red. So it is then safe for you to go, as long as you can see that they are not jumping the traffic lights. The people behind probably beeped also because of what happened just before. But she does pick up a driver fault here for response to traffic lights.
Turn left.
So you can see the panic stations have really started to kick in here. But she does check her mirrors and she moves across safely. She was in the lane for going straight as well, so no fault is recorded. Try to relax. Yes, remember, as I've always said, let the examiner fail you, don't fail yourself. And because of her anxiety being heightened from the previous mistakes, you can see it becomes a domino effect. Because of that, shortly I'll ask her to pull over, and the examiner will do exactly the same thing as well if they can see that you're getting a little bit anxious or stressed out. It doesn't mean that it's going to be detrimental to your test. The examiner is actually trying to help. They are human and they understand what you're going through.
I'd like you to park on the left where it's safe and convenient to do so, please. to relax.
Okay, thank you.
We'll drive on when safe to do so, please.
Good blind spot check here.
After 200 yards, turn right, B106, Brownlow Road, then you have reached your waypoint.
For some reason, this junction catches a lot of people out, and Ellis also falls into the same trap. It's important to remember if you're turning right, you should be positioned as far to the right as you can be on your side of the road. So we should be right next to the white line here. It's not until the van overtakes us that she then realises that she should be moving across. She doesn't pick up a driver fault because she does realise, she checks her mirrors before doing so. But it's something to remember. Always, always, always position as far to the right as you can be on your side of the road.
Turn right, B106, Brownlow Road.
That's 3 points right there. So she picks up a serious fault for response to traffic lights. Now we'll watch this one again. So it's important to plan on the approach. So we should be saying to ourselves, from here we'd stop, from here we'd stop, from here we'd stop. And because we've not said from here we'd go, we should be on that brake instantly. It makes it a much sharper reaction. And remember, you should be basing that on what's going on behind you, the weather conditions, how fast you're going, how close the car behind is, how old the car is, how old the person is, and are they distracted, because that will also affect their reaction times. The other thing that we need to acknowledge here is that this junction has an ASL, or an advanced stop line, and that's for cyclists, so it gives them a head start on powered motor vehicles, and it allows them to be seen. Now yes, we shouldn't stop in the cycle section, but according to the Road Traffic Act, we are allowed to stop in the advanced stop line or the cycle section if the traffic light goes to amber, and that is the only exception to the rule. So the examiner will not fail you or even give you a driver fault for stopping in that section.
It's the end of the
Turn right,
drive.
A406,
From now on,
Nose
I'm
Road.
directions. We're going to go straight ahead. And the traffic lights ahead.
I can't remember. It's like left only in the other lane, right only in this lane.
So again, because there's uncertainty, this time I have marked her down for a driver fault for awareness and planning. If the left lane was for left turn only, there would be a sign to state that on the approach. So remember, always be in the furthest most left lane of your direction of travel, and that will stop that from being a problem.
the end of the road, turn right.
And hopefully those of you that are watching this are aware that this is a one-way street. So let's see how she positions at the end of the road. Good job, Ellis. A lot of people get this wrong when they come up to the end of a road turning right when it's a one-way street. They position to the left of centre as if it was a two-way road, and that is a compulsory fail. So good acknowledgement, great positioning, well done.
Left at the end of the road.
No, that's right. Sorry.
Fine, nothing wrong with that.
And Ellis has kept her cool really well here. A lot of people freak out and try to turn left. Remember, that's illegal. You're in a right turn only lane. So like Ellis just did, turn right, the examiner will redirect you and no driver fault will be recorded. So just relax.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I get like overwhelmed and then I get stupid and I can't remember what's left and right. It's dumb.
We'll turn left. Park on the left where it's safe and convenient to do so. Thank you. And drive on when safe. Please obey.
Did I steal that? No. Have I?
I don't know.
We'll find out. Did it.
Park just before the next car. Leave enough room to get back out though.
So we just touched the curb there, so a driver fault. Remember, touching the curb at a low speed is not a fail. It is just a driver fault.
Today.
Just like, please.
Now, normally on this route you would go back into the test centre and do the reverse bay park. Obviously we're not allowed in the car park now, so we'll do a parallel park instead.
Right.
So I'd like you to pull up alongside the vehicle that's in front of you, then reverse back into the space this side of that vehicle, go back no more than 2 car loops.
So again, we've just touched the curb. It is just a driver fault, so try to relax. I strongly believe that the reason for that happening just now was because she was rushing to get out of the way of the car that was coming towards her. Remember, you are doing a legal manoeuvre. Do not rush for anyone. Take your time, be accurate. If they get impatient, so be it. Just keep your cool and get that manoeuvre aced so you can pass your test.
So how do you feel that went?
Really, really, really bad. This is recording now, yeah?
It is, yep.
All right. Yeah, we've done 2 other mock tests before this. That was the worst, yeah, feeling for me. That was horrible.
Okay, so on the first mock test, how many driver faults, how many serious or dangerous faults did we get?
12 driver faults, 4, I think, serious.
Right.
Second was 3 and 3.
Cool. Now, for those of you that are watching, basically on the first mock test we did, I've not had any lessons with Ellis before. She was learning with another instructor, and then the majority of her lessons were spent with Mum.
Yeah.
Now, the instructor that she had before taught her a few things that were incorrect, mainly coasting, which she addressed straight away once we picked up on that mock test. And then obviously you can see from the first mock test to the second mock test, massive difference. And again, I didn't do any lessons. This was just from you doing the mock test with me, going, right, this is what we need to work on, and then doing the lessons with the Mum. Now, gone into this mock test. Again, we've not had any lessons since the last mock to today. And obviously you're thinking it was cataclysmic.
It was bad.
Okay. So, how many driver faults, how many serious or dangerous faults do you feel that you got?
Dangerous, no, serious, what's?
So dangerous is where
serious,
I'm having to take control of the car.
Okay.
Serious is where it could have been a problem. It's basically a major, but it didn't happen on that occasion. Driver faults or minors are the little things.
Right.
Okay. So, how many driver faults, how many serious, how many dangerous?
Oh wow, 3 categories. All right. Dangerous. I mean, you didn't take control of the car, but like it was a bit late. Like when I pulled out, there was a car speeding, and I could see it coming. I couldn't tell initially that it was speeding. It was at a far enough distance that I felt alright to come out, and then it came up really fast behind me, and I had to slow down. So that's serious, maybe not dangerous, I don't know.
Cool, yeah, I agree with that, yeah. So, 1 serious, go on.
So when I was coming out right at the beginning, I rolled back. That was, well, you don't have any pedals in this car, so you might have used them if you have them. And then I think I was slow moving out and people started bibbing, and then it set me off on a panic. I don't know. I'm say 10 minors, 3 serious, 3 dangerous.
Okay, cool. So, not as bad. So you got 7 driver faults.
Okay.
And you got 2 serious faults.
Okay.
Now, the traffic light situation right at the beginning of the test.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the traffic light had gone green and you've got into the middle of the junction. Yeah, we had the dodgy pull away from the beginning and all the rest of it, but no massive biggie. Yeah. You got it into first gear, you pulled away and you went. Now the traffic light went to red.
Yeah, opposite me. And then, yeah, I didn't know what to do because I was in the yellow box, so I was just like, I'll try and get out of here.
Right. So this is a void in your knowledge.
Okay.
Okay. Now, once you're past the stop line, the traffic light no longer applies. So when the traffic light goes to red, the people opposite you have also gone to red.
Yeah, but then the people coming up from that way.
From the door.
Or, I don't know. No, they're not. I've gone past that.
So what should we do at that point?
Go.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're lingering because you're going, ooh, that's a red light. What do I do now?
Yeah.
You just got to think, right, I'm gone.
Okay.
Yeah, because what's going to happen next is the people to your left and right will go on green and you're blocking the junction up.
Yeah.
So as soon as you see that your traffic light's gone to red, power goes in. Let's get the car out of the junction.
Okay.
It's a generic traffic light. If it was a right turn filter light and the right filter didn't turn on, as I'm hoping you've all seen my Crossroads video, that's a different situation. Then you still have to keep eye contact with the oncoming cars because they could still be going straight.
Yeah.
But because there was only 3 lights on that cluster, the traffic light goes back to red. Their light has also gone to red.
Yeah.
You can now clear the junction.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I gave that to you.
I hesitated to get out of there, so.
Yep. But you did go. I gave you that as a driver fault.
Oh, that's all right then.
Now, the problem happened after that, because what you then did was go, right, I failed my test, I can't be bothered. And I'm thinking, oh, because you haven't got a fail yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, like, the next junction after that, something happened there. I can't remember what.
So we needed to turn left and we went straight instead of going left at the sat nav. Fine. You didn't put a left indicator on. Yes, there was confusion. You could have done with looking at the sat nav to see what was going on.
I was looking at it, but there was like another, I think I'd gone past a road before it and I was just like,
yeah, that's it. So, but you've gone straight, no worries. Problem is, again, this is now adding to more anxiety because you're now thinking, oh, I've done something else wrong now. And then that's when I said, right, let's pull over.
Yeah.
And then I was like, relax. The examiner will do the same as well. If they can see that you are stressing out, they'll try to help you. They'll say, look, just relax. Remember, especially now with COVID, okay, if you get a serious fault, that's it. You go back to the test centre. You do not carry on with your test. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the examiners ask you to pull over, and then they're going to say, right, drive on when safe to do so. If you failed, they would have done that.
Yeah.
So in this COVID world that we're currently living in, it's a good prompt that you haven't failed yet. Calm down. They're trying to help you. Drive on. Okay. Now, we did some driving and we came up to a set of traffic lights of bounds green where we were turning right. And there was confusion with your lane discipline. You didn't know whether you should be in the right lane or...
Oh, that... No. Where was
this was when the police car was behind us.
Oh, for ages. All right, yeah.
Yeah, now, what you got to think is whenever you're turning right, get to the right. Get to the white line.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a one-way street, get to the curb. Get as far over to the right as you can be on your side of the road. You were 3 meters to the left of that white line.
Okay.
So then when the van overtook us, that's when you thought, oh, actually, okay, I can move across. Then you moved.
Oh, yeah. I'd been thinking that for ages. I was trying to look in front of me to see what was going to happen because it was wide enough to be like, okay, I need to move over, but I just didn't. Then when that van did it, I was like, all right, well, they're doing it, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should have. I knew it, but I just didn't like have the initiative to like act on it. I don't know.
Yeah. I would always say don't copy other people because you don't know if they're doing it right or wrong.
Yeah.
But in that situation, just take yourself to the white line. Whenever you're turning right, get to that white line.
Yeah.
Okay. If there's a 2-lane situation where they're turning right and you're going to turn left immediately after, then slightly different ball game. You want to be in the left lane of those two because you're preparing for the next turn. But as a rule of thumb, take yourself to the right lane. And as you can see, if you go the wrong direction, it's really not an issue. Yeah, so if you went there and you thought, oh, that's not the right direction, just go there anyway, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what happened? That traffic light went to amber.
Yeah.
Now, there was no one behind us, and we were still probably about 15 metres away when it went to amber.
Yeah,
What should we have done?
that was horrible. Yeah, and then there was that guy crossing in the road and he wanted to get over, and then I could see the lights going red, and then it was like really fast that I finally got out, and then the cars came. It was horrible.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right, it's cool. But what do I think? Amber means
Stop.
if safe to do so.
Yeah.
So what you should have been doing, check the rear view mirror, know what's going on behind.
Yeah.
And then on the approach, keep telling yourself, from here I'd stop, from here I'll stop, from here I'll stop, from here I'll go.
Yeah.
So if the traffic light changes, you already know what you're going to do. Because you didn't have that pre-plan, you were lost. And that's what led to all the confusion.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did get a serious fault for the traffic light because you went through on amber. The back wheels possibly even went through on red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we should have been stopping there. So they're your 2 serious faults. Driver fault wise, control on the parallel park. I think the problem that you had was the lady that pulled away from the other side of the road. It made you rush.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. Take your time. Don't mess up your driving test for them.
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing a manoeuvre. You're legally doing a manoeuvre. If they had their right signal on when you pulled away, you wouldn't have pulled away. They didn't indicate. It's their own fault. Okay? Because otherwise you're the one that's going to wait months for your next driving test.
Yeah.
So don't stress about that. Now, as you did the angle way too steep, which is why we hit the curb, you've moved forward and you've then adjusted it. Now, are we within 2 car lengths? I'd say probably not. I'd say we are a little bit further back.
Okay.
The thing was, you were actually within the 2 car lengths, but then you just carried on going.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know, I was just like, make sure there's enough space for the 2 cars.
Yeah,
No,
remember
it's within 2 car lengths.
exactly. So 1 car in front, then your car.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Control foot brake, there was one that was a little bit too harsh.
Yeah.
Moving off control, this is your sort of habit of doing clutch only pullaways.
Yeah.
Okay, again, get the gas in first, you won't have these headaches. Okay, so this was right at the beginning of the test when you had the little rollback thing. Yeah. Okay. Clearance obstructions too close to the vehicle that was in front when you were stopped on one occasion. You were within
I think I did
size
that like
of tarmac.
6 times.
It was only once that was really too close for
Okay.
it to be a fault, basically.
I had that in my head every time. I was just like, you've done it again and again and again and again.
Yeah, just again, it's almost like the video that I put up of how to stop like a chauffeur. Just imagine that you're going to stop a car length earlier, then ease off the brake and let the car roll, rather than trying to stop at that point. Okay, that's where that will stop that problem. Position on normal stops, that was when I asked you to pull over on the left and you touch the curb.
Oh, yeah.
Awareness and planning. So this is, again, I think it was more down to the anxiety where you started to get a bit rushed, but this was when you came up to the traffic lights just at the end of the independent drive. And I said, right, I'm going to give you directions from now on. And you would say, right, do I need to be in the left lane or the right lane to go straight here?
Yeah.
Now, if the left lane was for left turn only, how would we know that from being as far back as we were?
Well, it should have a little sign next to it, but it doesn't always. I know one that doesn't, so that's...
Okay,
Yeah.
There are a few exceptions when there may not be.
Yeah.
But as a rule of thumb, there should be. So if there isn't a sign...
Assume that you can.
Exactly, the left lane is for left and straight.
And then the only, like, if I get there and I have to go left, then I just go left and it's fine. So, like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, lessons learned.
Yeah, a ton of lessons learned. Yeah.
Don't freak out when you've made a mistake and think that you failed when you haven't. Yeah, it's like that thing I always say, don't fail yourself, let the examiner do it. Okay,
Yeah.
just compose, learn by the mistake, carry on. Okay, because I think the majority of these things really do all stem from that freak out right at the beginning of the test.
Yeah, it just set a bad atmosphere.
Yeah.
Bad vibes.
Yeah, that's it. You know, you kind of just put your own stress on, really, which led to the other issues. The traffic light, remember, always talk yourself through. Yeah, so from here I'd start, from here I'd start, from here I'd start, from here I go, so you know what you're going to do at what point. Okay. As for the pulling out, you knew that they were coming, because you said, like, when you looked, you were like, oh, I would have just stopped at that point. You know, when you cut that car up, when you turned right out, right?
Yeah.
Just stop, let them go across the front of your car.
Oh, once I'd got close and didn't just block the other way a little bit.
Yeah,
just
there was nothing coming from the right anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that was scary. Yeah.
But yeah, I think again that was because you made the mistake on which direction to go at the end of that road. You turned right instead of turning left, and you were stressing out about that again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we'd come back round, and then I was like, okay, well, I need to like fulfill doing it wrong, like really get it right. And it's like, don't hesitate, just go. There's enough space, but like, yeah, it came up really fast.
That's it. You know, so just don't fail yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
So if that video was useful to you, brilliant, thank you. Please put a comment in the comment section below, subscribe, share like crazy, and if you'd like to do a mock test as well, email us on the email here, or give us a call on the phone number just below, and we'll get you in the car, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Cheers, bye.